Hi everyone. Today we have with us successful entrepreneur and the owner of Roastery 48 East, Mohammed Dashti. So, Mr. Mohammed, we just wanted to get to know about your background before establishing this franchise, what you studied or did before 48 East, and what led you to start your own coffee brand.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for the interview. So, my name is Mohammed. Before I started this coffee business, I was a coffee lover. I was looking for good cup of coffee even before I started my university. While I was in university, I like to make my own coffee at home or everywhere. I like to see how they make their coffee. But when I went into university, I saw different culture of coffee that we used to here in Kuwait, or what every home has their coffee. Coffee more like coffee with milk, espressos, filters coffee. So I started to see different quality of coffees with different cafes. I was lucky enough to study in a place where the cafes around the university had good coffees, but not of the same quality. But the closest coffee to the university the closest cafe wasn't the best, maybe the third or the fourth one. So I used to spend time going further to get the cup of coffee I enjoyed. Then I was starting to look at different cafes, why the coffee tastes different. I thought all coffee beans are the same. And then I was wondering why when I make coffee at home it doesn't taste as good. And why these two cafes, while they have similar machines, similar workflow,
Different taste.
Significantly different. I enjoyed coffee in some places, I couldn't finish it in some other places. So I wanted to make my own coffee at home, and at that time I said I need to have my own coffee place. It shouldn't be a cafe, it shouldn't be a business, but I like to make coffee for myself and for my friends, for my family. I wanted to make better coffee. The idea, I started developing the idea then, visiting different places everywhere I go. I was looking for different cafes, and after a year or two, I started to try every coffee I can around me. Why I didn't like any coffee.
Great inspiring story, definitely. So Mohammed, we know that getting started with any business, it takes a lot of resources, obviously. So we want to know that the launch of 48 East, how much did it approximately cost? And did you self-fund it? Was it a joint venture or through investors, partners?
At that time, my business plan from the beginning was to have multiple sector in the business, like a coffee roastery, a cafe, and to supply coffee equipment for people to make their own coffee. I couldn't do it all at one time. So I started with roasting coffee and selling it online and in like farmers market or makers markets. Because the start up of the business was like when I forecasted it, it was a lot. I couldn't afford it. So I took a loan of about 15,000 dinar, and I was still funding about every month or every 2 months. I was paying 1,000 to 1,200 from my money monthly. So I started the business in about a year. So I think it costed around $30,000, dinar, not dollars. About half of it, the first 15 that I got with a loan, was to set up the equipment, to buy the equipment I need, to buy the mostly equipment and some learning resources, to visit some places to learn from. And what I was paying monthly was to buy more green coffee.
Unroasted beans.
I didn't buy roasted beans otherwise, only green coffee to roast it. And I was selling online and in makers market, so I didn't have rent, didn't have employees. That's what allowed me to start with a smaller. My wife is a sourdough baker, so the equipment I bought a coffee roaster, an oven, and some other small equipment. In about 6 months before starting, I started buying equipment to prepare the coffee, to sell the coffee, and equipment
so,
to
Mohammed, tell me about your the customers and the growth. Like initially, who were your first customers? How did you reach them as you were just starting out in Kuwait? And what makes, in your perspective, 48 East stand out from like competitors in Kuwait?
All right. First, with customers, social media allowed us to reach some customers, but if they don't try the coffee, it's just a show. So first in social media, I was showing what makes our coffee different, and how to make your own coffee. People were seeing, engaging, but not trying. So going to makers markets around the good season in Kuwait was good for people to taste our coffee. There were not a lot of most coffee around Kuwait was classic international coffee
Correct.
chains. So we were doing something different, brewing slightly differently. So people were curious. So the target was people who want to try different coffee. And so people saw it in the social media. There's different types of brewing. People are coming. Many people liked it. Many people didn't like it. But at the beginning, we were only selling coffee beans. We were not selling coffee cups. I didn't have a cafe. But in shows, we were selling coffee cups. That's where we got the first few customers. After each show, we gained more followers. More people asking how to can get your coffee. Because you can buy this coffee beans, and then you need to buy some equipment to prepare your own coffee. That's where social media came in. Like we were showing how to make your own coffee at home. Then after about 1 year or 1.5 years, local coffee shops starting to open, and they were looking for high quality coffee suppliers. We were an established new company that we are only coffee roasters, and we supplied some local coffee shops. That was a good way to get more exposure, to reach more markets. So we weren't targeting a specific demographic, but anyone who lives in Kuwait who wants to try good coffee.
Great.
And who's willing to change. Because some people would love coffee, but they will always want the same exact cup.
They know where to go and they
don't
stick
want to
that
change
place.
it.
Yeah.
But some people want to explore, want to try something different. So that was the target. Are you willing to explore something different? And we were preparing only black coffee, filtered black coffee, something very simple, sometimes espresso. Very simple, but you feel the flavor of the beans. So flavor of the coffee origin. That's where our customers started to grow. Then we like demand on coffee preparation equipment got more, and what's available in the market was mainly toward not expensive, low quality coffee shops. So the equipment were not good equipment for home or good equipment for good coffee shop.
Okay. And Mohammed, what were some of the challenges you faced as a business, and like some setbacks you had, and how did you overcome them?
There are many. At the beginning, gaining the trust of companies we're working with. Like at the beginning, as I said, knowledge was online available, but not as good as now. Now there is better knowledge. There are many information that we thought were very good information that became wrong. Some of them are published books on roasting, and you spend a lot of time and effort, read it, and then apply it. It's nonsense. But what was the most difficult at the beginning was buying raw coffee. Because most suppliers around the world were selling in tons. Like you need to buy 20 tons at a time to get good coffee at a good price. And many of them refused to sell coffee for us because I was buying 10 to 50
East. We just wanted to know that are there any specific goals or directions the business is going to that you're excited about?
Yeah, well, yes. Now having most of what you need for good coffee in one place is one of the targets that we had since the beginning. We can say we accomplished 80% of it now. That we have one place that you can walk into. It's a good, somewhat good place, somehow easy to come to, comfortable seating. You can buy a good cup of coffee. You can buy good coffee beans. So it's good roastery, good cafe. You can buy good food, and you can buy coffee equipment, and you can learn how to make your coffee. So we want to cover the complete cycle of coffee. You want to enjoy a cup or open a cafe or make your coffee at home. It's all under one place. There are still some places we need to develop more. Also about the same thing about how to make your coffee. We want to reach more good locations. Like depends where you stay, where you work, where you live. Our location can be good or bad.
Well, Mohammed, thank you so much for your time. This was very informative, and we wish you all the best. Definitely.
Thank you for the trust, for the interview, and
Of
for
course,
visiting us.
of course.
Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No, thanks.